Good morning, SpeedGaming 5. It is time for another round of Hardway to Hell, and we have we have jooniejoone against OK Beamer.
You also have Iron Rusty, but I'm just talking and tracking.
And I have Iron Rusty, on here on comms with me. I am Vincent RTA. Rusty is also doing tracking today because, he's just that awesome. But here we are in another round of this Hardway to Hell tournament, which has been absolutely crazy and awesome to watch. Rusty, do you want to talk about today's one crystal flash settings and what does this mean for our runners?
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning here. It's noon where you are on the East Coast. It's the evening, I guess, in Germany. So welcome, everybody. It's been fun to kind of see how this tournament is. So, we got some international pods here with the group from like Germany and Poland. And then there's the group of us from like USA and Canada. So I think that's kind of a fun little thing. Three of each remaining. Anyway, so one crystal flash. We're going to be seeing the usual Hardway to Hell type of settings where you're only going to be able to get 0 or 1 suit. It's master difficulty. It's still super fun combat, so you're not going to find plasma or screw. And in this one, the ammo is such that you're only going to find 15 supers, 15 power bombs, and just enough missiles to get you to 18,000 projectile damage, which is enough to kill Ridley, but not truly enough for Mother Brain. So that's what we're going to see, but it's the regular map, and that's what we're
regular map. That's not as crazy fun, but that's still there's still plenty of goodness here. So we will see these runners make things happen.
Yeah, they're doing these opening moves here in the morph ball area and grabbing these first few items. Looks like it's all just ammo.
Nothing too exciting yet with just 2 missile packs and a morph ball. That means we're gonna have to go see our friend Bomb Chorizo, but that doesn't have to be bombs today. It could be anything. It could even be a boat.
It's always fun to play Hardway to Hell. I mean, with Area Rando gets a lot wilder, but it's kind of funny. Sometimes it gives you the strangest loadouts. Or in this case, missiles and morph is what you would have at the start of a regular Super Metroid speedrun. So it's kind of like, well, where do I go? Well, of course, you're just going to go to BT just like usual.
I was just about to say something about Joonie and Beamer were both doing the 2 different types of climbs up climb shaft. And they were right on, Joonie was right with them. And then Joonie kind of just had a little trip up. You can do both, and both of them are pretty fast. But Joonie unfortunately just had a little bit of a trip up there. Oh, but things are going to get moving quickly in this seed now because we have speed.
If you got the need, the need for speed.
You say that, and this week was the first broadcast of Maverick on broadcast television. So,
yep, time to go fast. Wait, am I allowed to say that?
Go fast or go home. That's kind of what's happening today, because the winner of this race moves on. The loser is unfortunately done with this tournament. So how do you feel about watching Joonie? Because Joonie knocked you out of this race.
Oh, I know. There's just way too many good players in this tournament that I feel okay getting knocked out by anybody. And to lose to Audra, who's still in it, and Joonie, who's still in it, I'm in the right place now.
I looked at, there were a lot of great runners in this. There's no like, you can't really have complaints about who you faced in this, and I'd like to go down in this because there's a lot of extremely talented Super Metroid runners that Super Metroid random runners who ran this one. So
speaking of looking at Junie doing the old mother brain, they had a little bit of a divergence here. Junie went down the parlor after getting speed, while Beamer just went to the left. So Junie on the first try got the old mother brain spark. You can do that with just speed booster, and that's one of the hated moves by a lot of people because it's you gotta get the timing right on your spark to either get a little temp blue, or in the case of Junie, he got the what do they call it? The corner store. He got the spark and fell down, and then when he was able to charge his way out of there.
Yeah, I mean, but great backup strat of using the diagonal to finish that, where if you miss it, there's nothing else you can do there.
Exactly.
Yeah, now Junie's gonna get this. Yep. Sorry, my dog is saying hi to something this morning.
Hey there.
Everyone, that's Nova. Not named after the StarCraft 2 character, but I claim it's named after the StarCraft 2 character.
Right. All right, so Junie's coming in just behind here, coming toward green and pink Brinstar. Beamer at Brinstar Reserve was just able to find a missile, but the first tank, the reserve tank, which is good for more than just energy, depending on who you ask.
Well, I mean, it can also hold your garbage because usually there's just trash tanks, but in Hardway to Hell, they have a lot of value. They're very different than your typical seeds. We don't even
went
have
blazing through. There's no bombs, so Beamers went blazing through Big Pink with just checking like 2 items, and now he's off to the races toward Red Tower because there's just nothing you can get without bombs.
Did you say off to the races? I was almost as if we are racing.
Oh, seriously. He's out of there so quick. He's not even gonna get anything.
I mean, it's gonna be the same thing for Junie. Like, there's just no checks other than, you know, right outside of Mission Impossible. Both of them have a great. Both of them hit the blue mock ball, speed mock ball trick there to get through that hallway quicker. But now Beamer's gonna check Spazer and get rewarded with a big fat nothing. The seed is not
the open hand.
Open hand of shame, because you get nothing.
So kind, so kind. Hey, it's just a matter of trust, you know. I know you don't need anything from me. There's plenty of other Chozos out there.
This is not the Chozo you're looking for.
See, this is where I start wondering, like, how many checks are left? How many more things can I even do? Yeah, so much for Waterway early. You don't have any bombs.
I mean, well, I'm assuming it's not in logic that it would require the players to do a moonfall, or you know.
All right. So here at High Jump, another tank and the open hand.
Another open. This is not the Chozo you're looking for. Oh yeah, can't moon dance without bombs. That's right. Oh my gosh.
Right. Can't moon dance.
So this seed is just like, yeah, you're on a long search, and good luck. Beamer's gonna sneak peek the croc escape and is gonna see what we're becoming used to seeing in this seed, which is absolutely nothing.
Yeah, not much. 2 tanks here. Yeah, things are burning out, but there's also top of Red Tower, the 1 check, which both of these guys opted to not do first.
This the seed is giving his orphan Annie's adopted stepmother. This is
oh, brother. Beamer, check out the lesser hell run here, but getting out would be would be a chore unless this is a form of bombs. Let's see.
I don't think the peak is a bad idea. We did take a save ahead of time. Yep, I expected there was gonna be a quick reset there. So I think maybe we're gonna have to go top a red tower, see if we got power bombs there, and then probably.
Oh, Croc, of course.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's what I was forgetting about. Like, I really feel like I'm forgetting something.
Always bet on Croc.
Run into red.
But yeah, Kaisandiv is pointing out something that I've seen way more of in this than any other Super Metroid randomizer is the appearance of Spore Spawn.
That's right.
Spore Spawn has definitely not been a stranger to this tournament.
Oh, look at this high five / overtaking as Junie passes up Beamer at the not green gate, but doing the glitch.
But I mean, Junie did not do the he hasn't checked ice yet, so he doesn't have that information.
Right.
But
probably figured it's not
gonna go
logical.
down and is going to check out things with my favorite little friend down here. My phrase, always bet on Croc. ABC.
And of course I'm thinking, do I have to click this? No, I guess not. No Croc button.
There is no Croc button. What a Croc. The only thing about well, I was doing comms a long time ago and on a seed where we called it the incident at Croc, where there was a 45-minute reset for the players. Yeah, there's also, as Stack has pointed out in the chat, no check tool button either. Like, that just seems like an oversight.
That's right. Sometimes there's different trackers available, but this one's good. This one's good. We'll still have plenty to do. Yeah, Junie there had to take a moment to farm in the middle of that Croc fight, but not for long, so didn't lose very much time there.
I love that both runners are here and doing this. What we'll see Junie do here, gonna fully heal up, save this spark, and is gonna spark over to check this room. Oh, high jump boots. Okay, that's a find. We are not sad to see at all. Anytime you get movement items, it makes your day better. High jump boots means access to a lot of things are easier. Lower Norfair becomes easier. Some tricks that we couldn't do before are now possible. And with speed, we can check this area.
Yeah, Junie does that easily there with the short charge, but yeah, without a power bomb, that is a pretty tight short charge to get through those speed blocks without clearing the way first. So just mentioning that.
Yeah, I actually learned to short charge from Junie. He has some pretty impeccable abilities in this game. There's no, I mean, both these players, they are here for a reason. They're still in this tournament for a reason. They are both accomplished randomized runners. Oh, Junie just missing that.
Yeah,
I feel like I would.
Interesting diagonal spark there. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I would just. Someone in the chat is asking what phase of the tournament is this. I guess this would be quarterfinals.
Yeah, losers bracket. So there's only 6 teams left, 2 in the winners and then 4 in the losers. So each of these will go. One of these will go home. One will stay to face the other losers match that's going on this week.
Yep, the winner of this. The winners of those 4. Well, we're trying the 4 that are in the losers bracket. The losers bracket right now are trying to set up the final two to give us our final four matchups. The other two runners are patiently waiting.
Yeah, now that we've seen everything that's going on in this area, Junie found it's just another blank at the grapple. Oh, Junie got Spazer. Okay.
All right, the sign room gives us Spazer. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing chat was, that with them having both speed and high jump boots, they could have just cleared out the blocks, ran, and there was no need for the spark there. They could have just ran and had the momentum and the height to jump and make that check. And a high five, Junie. Okay, Junie was thinking, I'm not going to say, but does go grab it. So now basically the runners are on par. Beamer does have the ice check that Junie doesn't, but
right
at this point we are
still
looking for
bombs. No,
we're looking for bombs.
Where's the bombs? Let's see. Oh yeah, and this item at Croc, I forgot about this. Okay,
And
good. They came back for the missile.
Just a missile.
Oh, I just laugh at Hardway to Hell settings. You do all this work and you're like, okay, now what do I have? Well, you have high jump boots and Spazer. Congratulations.
If there's anything I've learned about watching these in these settings, it's just how creative you have to be.
Yeah. There's layers of creativity. Yeah, there you go, Kai. I could hell around Cathedral. That'd be dangerous, though.
I mean, it could be a E-tank.
I had a door cap the other day with Cathedral. I had to run in there and then go back to the left because I couldn't open the door. So I had to run in from the left, run out to the left, and that took 4 tanks. It was pretty close. So these guys doing it with 3. That might not be in the cards, but you know, they're still in the tournament, not me, so
I mean, a full reserve, a full reserve, 2 full tanks. I think you can get to the Cathedral item, but I don't think you can keep it.
Right. Yeah, Kai's saying you could go through the whole Cathedral hell run, get to Bubble Mountain. That could be okay, but it is tight and time consuming. Speaking of, looks like Junie's going to go for it. Let's see some hell runs. And even doing an extra jump right there, it could be too costly. We'll see. I mean, I wouldn't nitpick movement except for these kind of hell runs where it's so tight. Junie's just really after checking the item. Blank in the lava.
Yeah, the item, if it was in fact another E-tank, then we're okay.
Right.
But again, as per the usual in the seed, we get nothing, and we're gonna like it. Oh, well, now Junie's going.
Now he's gonna go all the way.
Forget that item. I'm just gonna get to Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, well, Beamer's going to go up Red Tower. He's going to be able to get this 1 item check. It could pay off, but we'll see. While Junie gets a lot of the Bubble Mountain checks available. It's a missile! Not the payoff we were hoping for.
Not at all.
And, you know, just one of the little tricks about this, going up Red Tower with no power bombs. I mean, in vanilla Super Metroid, there's no fear because you're going to get some, but in the rando, you have to go around if you do this check. You can't go back through that power bomb door. You have to go do the circuit.
So, Rusty, I know you're one of the organizers for this, and thank you for helping make this happen. Like, how did this whole concept of the Hardway to Hell tournament, where did this come from?
You're probably not gonna like the answer, which is I'm not exactly sure I remember. But at some point we were. I feel like at some point we just sort of, a few of us got the idea like, oh, we should just do like a Hardway to Hell tournament, just like, or I guess my original thought was do like a Highway to Hell tournament, which is, you know, expert settings but suitless. But then Colors got onto the idea too and was saying we should just do it master, do the Hardway to Hell settings, and I at first thought, well, that's too hard. But here we are.
Here we are, and here we get to enjoy this as much pain as it is for the runners. It is.
Yeah, so I wish there was a better story to it than that, but that's what I remember. I remember thinking, let's do a Highway to Hell tournament. Colors said, let's do a Hardway to Hell tournament. And then I originally thought, well, nobody's going to sign up for that. Then we can kind of like, you know, backpedal. But I was wrong. Here we are.
Speaking of wrong, I didn't think I'd ever see anyone farm in Bubble Mountain quite the way Junie did before getting up here to the Bat Cave, but that happened.
Yeah, I had to
definitely
do a couple
a thing.
Of farms of that cack attack, yeah.
Beamer is now going to go do the this Mother Brain.
That's right, the old Mother
So
Brain
now
trap.
that we know we're not going to get anything down there. So that is going to put both of them kind of on par distance wise, except Junie, having taken the route he does, is here. Nothing at the end of speed. Of course, there's nothing, double nothing.
The open hand once again. A world full of possibilities, just not here.
The only thing this world is full of is sadness.
And you see Beamer, you know, running at the wall and not getting blue. Like even getting this first part of the spark, you have to run from the other room to short charge to break the wall. Like that's not even an easy part of this. So
no.
you see that how Junie just did this on the first try and ran away. It's like yeah, it ain't easy.
No, and that's part of why, like, I know Junie practices and he works on stupid things like that because the number of times I've walked in to his chat, he's working. Oh, all right.
There we go.
We've got wave bombs.
Power bombs right outside wave beam. That's a
and
score.
And missiles going. You get nothing. Actual wave, just ammo, but well, that's a huge fine for Junie right now. That basically changes his entire trajectory of the seed. Now getting, finding that access, getting this open.
For the moment, there's going to be a few more chapters to this story because, just because we found power bombs is not the end of the
But that's a whole new world compared to where we were just 30 seconds ago.
True.
To quote one of my favorite movies, we're living in a new world than we were 30 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite a fan of Draft Day. I really liked that movie.
Come on, Beamer.
Get it, Beamer.
Spark. Get that spark.
We never want to see the runner struggle. Ever. That said, I'm kind of a masochist, so I do enjoy watching runners have to do like suitless, lower Norfair, etc. But that's not wanting them to fail. That's enjoying watching them do the very difficult things.
Yeah, the ammo. I did check one of. I tossed one of these into the solver beforehand to make sure that the ammo is correct. Yes, it's 27 3 and 3 ammo packs, and it should come out exactly to that because of the crystal flash. You need to have 3 and 3, and then the missiles will come out 9 times that. So it ends up being 135 missiles if you get them all. And then 15-15 to do one crystal flash. Or, you know, you can use them for other things too.
Like, let's say, clipping through a hallway, but that will depend on which suit this seed blesses us with.
Beamer gets the spark.
Yes!
Gets that corner store and drops in here to find his pack of nothing.
I was kind of expecting some rage missiles there, but
we saw it already.
That was definitely a moment of frustration for me. Yeah, and there's a reset.
Oh, Beamer's just taking the reset. Yeah,
that's a reset of rage. Very unfortunate that for Beamer to have struggled and gotten nothing out of it. You know, had that been a progression item, you feel better about it, but right now that's definitely a feels bad.
Yeah, now Joonie gets to start thinking about what he's going to do with his power bombs. I mean, like, now you can get in and out of Ice Beam. He was probably holding off on that till he had a way out. So that's probably what's going to happen first. And then
well, also this means
area, whatever.
Now he gets to go check Ice Beam and Crumble Shaft at the same time. So it's
true.
That's definitely a big open. That means Joonie's going to do this run exactly once.
Right, North Fair Reserve area had another E-Tank, that's right. Oh, and the Wave Beam, that's right. I missed that. Missed that click. That was at North Fair Reserve also. Another tank!
Another reserve tank. That's one that I'm pretty sure Joonie's going to clear this up and is going to save that speed and spark and go grab that reserve. Or Joonie's going to prove me completely wrong and just ignore everything I just said.
He's just going to leave. All right. Well, maybe it's a I'll be back sort of moment.
Joonie's just thinking, forget that trash. I have been proven wrong a time or two by the runners, and that's definitely one of them.
Oh, people are mentioning, could ice not be placed in a Hardway to Hell seed? And I guess I'm not sure. Could you have a no ice Hardway to Hell? Oh, Beamer's going for the speedball entry into the back of Spore Spawn. Love it.
Oh wow,
I love it. You can get a little bit of a rattle into that gap, and if you're still blue from the speed, it doesn't have to be a precise mock ball per se, because there is a little tiny bit of wiggle room, but you can rattle into that gap there, and as long as you're still bouncing with the blue, you can break that second block. Ice is always placed. Gotcha. So I gotta keep chat engaged by stating wrong things in the chat in the commentary, so that they go like, "No, Rusty, you're wrong." Yeah, I know.
Wait, someone's wrong on the internet? Must. Karens of the world unite.
That's right. Time for a plando. Sure enough, Joonie went into the crate area fearlessly. Now that he has those power bombs, so this should just be just another routine boss fight. And there's no boss rando. It's gonna definitely be Kraid. So it's just a matter of collecting these items and then moving along. And the most difficult thing for the trackers is remember to click the boss buttons. And I'm ready. True to form, Joonie with the 2+3 Kraid quick kill before he even has a chance to stand up, he's dead.
Yep. Denies Kraid a trip to prom.
And you see the tidy closet behind Kraid. Nothing to take home.
Uh-oh. What are we getting from Beamer?
A spore spawn appearance. You'll love to see it. I was watching Lynx last night do a map rando scene. He went through a whole bunch of trouble to get through an upward door, ended up in the spore spawn fight, and was just raging. Like, I should not be here right now. I should not be doing this. This is so slow.
A little bit less of an issue when you got supers. It's a little bit faster fight. It still sucks because, you know, you're fighting spore spawn, but...
Mm-hmm.
But if we had the sound on him, we would get that wonderful music, which, yes, we do get one more time at Botwoon, but...
It's a great one. Oh, no wonder Junie got to Upper Norfair so fast. He didn't even check Spazer on the way down. Checking Spazer now. I didn't notice that little detail. But here's a quick check. Oh, we gotta keep an eye on Beamer here. Let's see if it's a form of bombs at Spore Spawn to save the day.
And...
Oh, just some fresh air.
Another just empty hand going. So you thought...
Just some more dashed hopes. Oh boy.
Wait, that's the other randomizer.
Hmm?
You said dashed hopes.
That's right, forgot about Dash. Don't forget about Dash.
That kind of like forgetting about Dre.
Oh, see, this is just too much. Junie's getting to check top red tower, but he has power bombs already, so he gets to just, you know, single dip this while Beamer had to leave two of the checks behind. So I mean, when everything gets smoothed out by finding stuff in the right order, of course, and it could start to snowball here.
Yeah, this is now 2 times that Junie's been able to single clear versus the double clear a Beamer, and Junie's a good runner, but Beamer's probably one of the better rando runners, period. So this, like, for Junie to get that W, he needed something like this to potentially happen. Not that, as I say that, do not count Beamer out ever.
No,
because
still
Beamer
plenty to do
is
here.
Beamer's an extremely good runner.
Right.
And there's a lot of time left in this race.
Oh no, Kai, I'm not going to repeat that. But if anybody wants to, you could read Kai's message about Dash.
I'm guessing there's a story behind that.
Yes. Okay, well, I can tell the story. I guess during the tournament Dash last year, there was a race where it got real complicated, but somebody actually didn't kill Dragon. They went in, tried it, left, then all this other stuff happened, but someone went to G4 without killing Dragon and it opened. So that's when they realized that there was a bug in the Dash code that had been changed so that it didn't require that you kill Dragon, just let you in. So then
Wow.
So then they quickly patched that.
Nick,
But
Nick
a
in
whole lot of
chat
people
going,
had.
that was me.
Oh, is that you, Nick Lair? There you go. See, but they quickly patched it, and then the world went on. But it was definitely a moment where you could beat Dash Seeds without killing Dragon, and none of us knew because we all went and like killed all the bosses like you're supposed to, except for that one fated time.
Look at this. Like, Junie now has 6 E-tanks. This is like luxury in these seeds. Although there was a seed I was covering in this tournament where someone had 11 E-tanks. I was like, that's just embarrassment of riches in this game.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh no, I always try and get as many E-tanks as I can. I'd rather have a lot of extra pink fighting Ridley. Not because I like to pet the tail or anything, but it happens.
Ridley reminds me of trying to pet a cat. Like,
yeah, there you go.
to be nice sometimes, it'll pogo for you, and then that tail will just destroy you, and its anger and randomness will come out. In fact, in many ways, Ridley is like dealing with a cat. So unpredictable, so angry. Speaking of angry, Joonie's probably a little bit angry with himself of not getting as many Doppler shots in that first round of Fantoon, and also Fantoon is giving him a slow pattern on the second one as a payment for that.
Yeah, these seeds can be pretty slow, so it's fitting. Fantoon also makes you wait.
Fantoon has ended more runs than Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, you had to make me think about that one for a second. But now that I have, I regret it. Uh-oh, it's gonna be close on this hell run.
Oh no!
Touching the lava once was enough. Touching it twice, bit too hot. But Beamer saved close by, so not really anything lost there. Just some faded moments lost. But on the left side, we're getting all these new checks. Oh, woo! The charge beam has been discovered.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
But yeah, on the right side, Super, that's definitely going to be an easy one to find. And it's certainly one of the checks that does not normally go skipped by anyone. I mean, I guess it depends who you ask, but I would think most people would check right side supers. Okay, it's going to be tight. Oh.
Beamer,
yeah.
well,
Too much touching going on.
And he does have a full reserve coming in, so I'm unfortunate this is a different, like, he struggled with that speed mother brain, struggling with this is not helping.
He's gonna get it. He's gotta get it. We got a spiky room of death across from a heated room of death.
Definitely less worried about spiky room of death when I've got 6 E-tanks.
Right. And now it's
not
over.
Not completely unconcerned, but less worried. Okay, this just as I see
touch.
that.
Come on, Beamer.
Come on, Beamer.
So close. Oh, did you see that little gap skip across digits? 2 of them?
Oh.
Oh, I saw that gap skip. At one point, he ran across a 2-tile gap and then, aimed down to get that gap skip right over the lava. Oh man, that was fearless. I love it.
Nice job there, Beamer. Like,
that was a split second, but worth mentioning. That was cool.
And Joonie just missed that, but is going to try to grab the E-tank. We'll get him up to 7. I don't blame him. Just because things can be unpredictable, and if we are facing a Novaria suit run, then we know we're going to face hell runs, and seeing as this seed is all about just a single crystal flash, you're going to want all the E you can.
Yeah, I'll defer to Kai on knowing the numbers involved here, but I think people have mentioned that you're going to find various somewhere in these kind of seeds with 1 crystal flash. That doing Lord Warfare on 1 crystal flash is probably not in the cards, though. it might be a lot of tanks.
Every time that I've seen people have to do this. I've seen like 4 E-tanks in Lower Norfair. Like, it's been unreal.
That's, yeah, you need more than that.
Or the other thing I've seen is back entrance, the Fire Fleas area has like a major like Hodarubi has a major progression item, and Fire Fleas has a progression item, both.
Yeah.
Where if players had made the play for it early, they would have been rewarded with just everything.
But just in all seriousness for a second here, the one Crystal Flash name of the settings is just that there's only going to be 3 super packs and 3 power bomb packs. Plenty of missiles, but only enough ammo to do 1 Crystal Flash at a time. So that's
Right.
that's technically the settings. It's not that you only get 1 Crystal Flash anytime. You only have that much ammo available. So you could do one and then farm, then do another one. That's legal. It's just the settings only allowing for 1 Crystal Flash worth of supers and power bombs to appear.
One
And
at
none
a
of them
time
are in
maximum.
the attic. Yeah, none of them are in the attic though. It's just another bit of fresh air.
The bonus of having speed early here, though, is like there's so many items that are just going to be easier to check. Like sky missiles here are basically free. Having speed,
Yeah, it's nice.
It means we can check this item, and Junie is gonna. I like that Junie's gonna go spot this real quick because this is pick upable, and it's our second pack of power bombs. Junie is not gonna skip that item.
Yeah, those power bombs are probably worth their weight in gold in settings like this. Nothing in the sky.
It might even be worth their weight in dark matter.
Oh, did he already peek at that maze item? I didn't see it.
At the yes, it's the you're talking about the speed hit, the speed locked item up in attic. Oh, the maze item. No, I didn't see it.
Looks like Junie didn't go grab it. He's only got a few power bombs here, so well, that doesn't need any power bombs. Sorry, I'm getting. Oh, maybe now he's going back that he realized he skipped it. Oh, but he's conflicted and didn't get stuck. It's ice beam. Oh, okay, I was wrong.
Okay,
he needs that.
Okay,
that's huge.
Well, now we get through.
He didn't skip that though.
Now we get through Botchwood Hallway.
Yeah, with high jump and ice beam gets you through a lot of well, it gets you through part of Meridia. You'd have to do crab climb Everest without spring ball or grapple, but you know. Yeah, where was Charge? Right side super in the wreck ship. So Charge is in the wreck ship. Ice is at the top of the wreck ship. Now Junie is just going to have to farm for some power bombs. Fortunately, he knows about that 1 power bomb packet at wreck ship reserve, so he just needs 2 power bombs to continue here. So 1 more.
Yep, and that's unfortunately a low drop item from those bugs, but
Beamer picking up the power bombs outside Wave Beam, which is the huge find.
All right, and now Junie gets to do the thing I used to do on Friday nights and go bowling.
That's right. Time for a coffee break. For Junie.
Much like the opera scene in Final Fantasy VI, this is a chance to rest your hands.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, gotta love that music, though.
These are probably 2 of my favorite soundtracks in all of Super Nintendo games. Final Fantasy VI and Super Metroid.
Yeah, and to think that, if it was 23 minutes, as someone's saying here, difference between finding those power bomb packs. Yeah, Beamer did not gain much by going the other direction and checking all those one-offs. But, the way Hardway to Hell, slowest progression can work. It does reward sometimes risky behavior, because you think like, I should just go to the worst possible place and then find something. And then sometimes it does work out. So I was not counting out Beamer's check there to go back up Red Tower before doing the Norfair Hell runs. It's just that in this case it happened to work out that, yeah, Bubble Mountain had the goods and everywhere else didn't. But now Junie's got that ice beam. Probably gonna go do some Meridia checks. You can do the West Meridia up to the aqueduct. Well, like you said, up to Bot. Well, you could get to Bot Woon, but be slow. Climb up Mount Everest. Oh, that's right. And some of the other speed lock things are open. So, like, if somebody really wanted to go back to Waterway, go back to Climb Supers, that's on the table.
Lots of open things that weren't there before.
Right.
So we are missing a way out of Precious Room. We're missing a way out of Dre Escape.
Yeah, there are some things missing for Junie to finish all of Meridia right now. You would need that Crystal Flash. And, it starts becoming a whole nexus of and/or type of things. But you can climb Main Street, get Crab Super, get Mama Turtle, and then reassess. So it seems like that's the play right now. Nice thing is, if you go check Mama Turtle or the Crab Super and you get what you need, then you just run a runner and keep on going through Meridia here.
All right. So Main Street missiles is nothing and nothing. So
double nothing all the way.
Meanwhile, Beamer takes down Raid with that single rounder.
Discovers that tidy closet.
Nice and clean. Nothing there. Meanwhile, Junie is putting on a suitless Meridia clinic. And is like, hey, Crab, come on.
Oh,
we got places to go.
He's gonna go crab climb. Oh boy.
This is happening.
With 5 supers. Yeah, you have 1 super for each attempt here. So you can let that crab escape up there. You'll need him later. And then the one down here, you can use a super to drop him off the ledge. And I don't know how precise the height has to be, but you gotta get it at the right height to be able to make the higher jump.
Yeah, this is a high skill trick happening here.
So he's got the auto cancel on his super. Oh, and a good rub. He got it first try.
All right, a first try.
Did he already shoot this crab? He must have. I believe in Junie. I think this one is less precise, but once you're up here, then you just
now it's a weird
flatly.
Yep.
And he's up. Okay.
All right. Wow.
So yeah, you can get up Mount Everest with just high jump and ice and supers, just like that.
Wow. That seriously, that execution, that's phenomenal. Like, just absolutely a clinic there. Very nice job by Junie. And wow, just
Yeah, just post that video as the demo.
right. So this
That's
is
it.
if you are looking to do this, this is how. Like, that was clip worthy for sure. That was wow. I mean, honestly, that execution and how that went is just kind of how this seed has went for Junie. Really, it's been, you know, everything going right by choice and execution.
Let's see what's underwater here. More super.
All right, Super Pack 2 down, 1 to go.
Yeah, and really the third one is less important than the second one because now you have 10 supers. Pretty important number for getting that first crystal flash to happen. I don't expect we'll not need to see Lord Norfair without a various suit. I expect we're gonna find a various suit somewhere, but I'm unsure if that is guaranteed.
Well, that depends wholly on this seed's variance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, variance, but there's also just the math of things. I leave it to even better experts than me to know, like, is it possible to have the one crystal flash settings with no suits? And it might be that the answer is you need to have a various suit, but right. Well, it is in certain rooms technically possible to crystal flash with 10 power bombs. You have to set it up with like getting a power bomb drop and then, while technically possible, it's not going to help you do a crystal flash clip to bot wound.
No, but thankfully we have ice makes that unnecessary, thankfully.
And now Junie gets to be at one with the animals here.
I saw someone in this room do use the snail on the right to climb and make the jump across. Yeah, and it was much faster.
That's fun. Oh, then there's of course the little little hiccup here. What's this climb called? Rip the camera operator climb.
Right. Speaking of that ice beam, we're gonna see Junie's gonna
call that the escalator, the aqueduct escalator.
He's gonna take this. Well, he froze that Metroid to get past, and now he's gonna bring his friend there, and gets that clip easily. And now we'll go face everyone's favorite hitbox monster.
Oh, two bosses at the same time.
We have a snake and a space ghost.
Coast to coast.
The early days of that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful late night cartoons.
I know.
One of my favorites from that was definitely Metalocalypse.
Let's see if it pays off for Junie.
Yes,
He
and
really
Junie
really wants this item to be good. It's a various suit.
Okay. Wow.
Oh well, that paid off.
Wow.
Let's say that paid off. But then you want to leave because, you know, there's a better boss to be fighting right now once you have the various suit.
Well, and one that you can definitely escape.
Beamer with the double Dutch here.
Oh, whoops. An accidental
The Phantoon Rage.
Yep. but it does take Fantune down.
Well, I guess I no longer need to speculate whether there's going to be a various suit in this seed. There is. So Junie is fully in go mode. I think I can say that now. Oh well, no, he's got to get out of Dragon. No, that's right. Sorry.
Yep, that's all we need is a way out of Dre, and we are good.
You heard it here, folks. I was wrong for the first time. Kidding, of course. Been wrong way too many times. Now Beamer, going through the checks in Wreck Ship, is going to find Charge Beam. And if he goes through the motion same as Junie, he'll also get rewarded with that Ice Beam. And taking a moment to farm the power bombs now at this room with the double bowls is a good idea. Planning ahead for the bowling required power bombs.
Yep, very good thought. An area where you know you're going to get a higher percentage. But man, with that full beam combo, the hard way to hell version of the full beam combo.
That's right. Our slightly more fun full beam combo.
We don't get everything. We just get a lot.
I mean, you wanted to have more Mother Brain in your life, right? I mean, that's why we all play these games, to be able to play it more.
Well, at least it's not just, Charge Spacer without Ice and Wave, because then that would be a much sadder Mother Brain fight.
Yeah, while I do like this game, I cannot do the low percent ice Mother Brain. I've not yet completed it. It still eluded me.
That is that's what's amazing about this game, though, is that, and part of why I love watching it. And it actually, I loved playing the game as a kid and didn't really watch a lot of Twitch. And pre-pandemic, I started watching a little bit more Twitch, and I found, I was like, I'm just gonna watch some Super Metroid because that game's cool. And I really was only watching Magic Gathering stuff, but then I found this runner named Shiny Zenny, and I was like, oh, this guy seems kind of good.
Yeah,
and that was Shiny Zenny. That was Shiny Zenny at 1 hour and 15, not 1 hour and 12 like it is now, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, wow.
But then I found this
3 minutes later was like 3 years later.
Yeah, I mean, but
so wild.
But it's amazing that it's taken that route, and part of that is just the skill level of the runners is constantly increasing. In that same time, I found this guy who was running all these crazy things, and in his chat, and his name was Junie, and so I started watching him, and then I met this crazy guy named Rusty as part of that, and here we are years later.
Still going. And yeah, shout out to Tillymorph, who completed their first low ice run this morning. Nice
that
job.
is awesome.
That is huge. I got that feeling finishing RBO for the first time as we get into lower Norfair and start thinking about that peril. But yeah, I think finishing low ice for the first time will rival that feeling. I mean,
that's one of those runs. I mean, it's definitely is a huge help too to some of the skills required to do like a run like this. Like, if you can do low ice strats, then this becomes a little bit more doable. But the other cool thing about the randomizers, there's times you have to do things that aren't logical in the oh, here we go. We're getting a golden Terizo fight.
That's right. Checking the
and
items.
It's double E. That was triple E down there. So Junie wisely had a save ready to go at the top of the elevator here. Very good plan. Now knows I don't need to worry about all that E because 7 E tanks is a joke.
Yeah, I'd call that GGG for EEE.
Wow.
Yeah. And Beamer with the ice beam pickup. The fast pillar spark. While Joonie does not normally do the top what people would do in new route in this worst room of the game, the way that he's got of like dropping these power bombs to like hit multiple pirates at once, I always admire that strat. It's a nice little variation.
All right, Joonie's gonna check. Oh wow, a copyright compliant rodent room coming in clutch with the grapple beam. Oh no!
And he fell down the crumble. Oh no!
Well,
bonus content. It's a secret room. Here we go.
Yep, and this sucks with just Spazer. It does finally. Almost. All right. Yeah, I gotta agree with Nick Player in chat. This has been what a seed with how it laid things out. Got grapple to get out of Dre.
Yeah, we'll still need either one more powerbomb pack for the flash or X-ray, just one more item to get out of Precious Room.
Oh, because we need out of Precious. Yep.
Yeah, there's a whole laundry list of, well, if you don't have gravity suit, how are you gonna beat this game? Well, or.
Well, I mean, that's what's cool about the randomizers like this is just it's putting together a giant puzzle and figuring out which of the last piece. But the interesting thing about this is it doesn't have to be the same piece every time. Sometimes the piece that you want to just jam into the spot will in fact fit.
Right. So the ways out of Dragon's room include the grapple jump. So that part is done. But once that is complete, climbing the Precious Room is either going to need Spring Ball, or you can X-ray climb, which I think is in logic, or you're going to need to use a Crystal Flash during the Dragon fight to store a flash suit, and then you can spark up the Precious Room. So those are the three remaining options for what we're looking for now.
Beamer just checked an item I kind of forgot about, but he just grabbed
yeah, looks like Beamer's
criteria power bombs.
Beamer's gonna go do the world tour while Joonie just skipped the lower Norfair. And this could also pay off, because if we find, any of those missing puzzle pieces we're talking about out here in the wild, like in Criteria, Brinstar, Waterway, people have been mentioning, that could streamline Beamer's route here, and possibly enough to turn this around. Because if Beamer just does one route through Meridia, finds the various suit, and is able to kill Dragon all in one go, we could see quite a reversal here. But it all depends on where the stuff is.
I was gonna say, and chat took care of it. We just saw bombs of shame there from Joonie, not power bombs of shame as we would normally see.
Oh, is that right? Did he pick it up? I sorry, I was looking at the other screen. Did he pick it up though?
Yes, Joonie now has bombs of shame.
Okay. Oh, somehow Oh, did you click it?
I've
Nice
got you.
job.
I've got your
Okay.
back.
Now
We're a team in this
Vincent's
effort.
looking over my shoulder.
We are
That
a
was-
team in this effort. It's okay.
Boy, I could have said nothing at all. No one would have ever doubted that I was doing my job well. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Speaking of doing your job well, here comes a Ridley fight from Junie.
Well, we have charge beam. We have high jump boots. We have Vario suit. We have all the things we want for this. What we don't have is a lot of supers with Omi 10. So
Right.
we're gonna see him charge beam Ridley down to that dark red.
And I mean, speaking of low percent, like just having the skill to do this fight with the kind of caution that you're not going to take any hits, or you're going to take as few hits as possible. I mean, that's what's needed in a case like this, because, you think, oh, look at all this health, but, just having various suit, no gravity, the hits do twice as much. And if Ridley starts getting out of control, at least in my experience, because I'm not as good at this game as Junie, like, your health can get out of control like pretty fast. But look at this control. He's just able to like keep Ridley jumping. He's not taking any damage.
Staying very calm. Like you can see, he's not struggling at all. It's just great pogo manip. This is textbook.
Yep, Ridley changed color without any damage taken at all, and then
Yeah,
he's gonna be able to finish it with missiles and supers.
This is an incredible Ridley fight. Just like that that crab climb we saw in West Meridia, this is just another like, well, now Ridley is being a jerk at the end, but everything before that was just absolutely amazing execution.
Right, yeah, and you can see sometimes Ridley gets a little wild when he's trying to pick people up, so... Space jump, you say?
Does not solve the precious problem.
It does not. So, yeah, we'll be watching for Beamer to possibly solve the puzzle here. And they may even find different puzzle pieces to make this move along, because if one of them finds Spring Ball, for example, and the other finds X-Ray or whatever, then they may both find Gomo in their own way. And now Beamer is going over toward, well, doing all of these Bubble Mountain checks with the power bombs. There's a lot of places where something could turn up here.
Oh, we also haven't seen oh Lord, brain just fried.
Yes.
I need to hit the reset button.
We gotta refresh Vincent's router.
Waterway.
Waterway, yeah, we're there. We're close by. Keep an eye on Boomer's screen here as we are checking the area of Waterway. But Wavegate, I mean, like, all of these came into logic once the power bombs are found, and nobody has gone back for these except. Okay, there we go. Beamer
okay.
with the X-ray. There you go. That's a precious room. So depending on...
Wouldn't it be something if Spring Ball is just naturally at Shack Tool?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that's possible. Oh, a super. That's actually interesting because there's so few supers in these seeds. But yeah, Charge Beam had a super for Beamer. Let's see what else. So yeah, blank Fire Flea. And then Beamer's gonna check Waterway. Oh, it's gotta be good, right? It's gotta be.
Missiles.
Okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. Probably the second time. Who's counting?
Okay, we've got a reserve tank at the back in jail.
Right.
Now
right.
see, we got here at Hoda Ruby, and then Franker Z.
Mm-hmm.
Space Jump was back at Ridley, and we just got E.
finishing the loop, Beamer's going to go up toward Retro Brinstar to do the so-called meme route power bombs, and probably just the rest of them. The smooth speedball, that's pretty tight.
Beamer's also going to check my favorite check in the game.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Well, but wait, there's more, as we're about to see the Billy Mays check.
Oh yeah.
Billy Mays and the Slap Chop guy, two of the most interesting.
Yeah, or what Kai is guessing this. But wait, maybe there's nothing. Let's see. It's nothing.
We got a missile pack, nothing. And then the missiles for the extra shipping and handling. And my guy has the Billy Mays.
Absolutely free.
He has the Billy Mays in chat from Toasties. When Toasty first used that during a Billy Mays check during one of the randomizers that I was doing comms on, I told him I would subscribe for a year, and I did.
That's too good. That's too good. So did Beamer already go to climb supers? Oh, he's going back up, so maybe he didn't. Doesn't have enough PBs to do climb super now, says Kai. Yeah. It's not gonna add up.
It's gonna be
Fortunately, he'll recognize it before getting soft lock, because you're gonna need to open the door, or open the block, then open the door. We'll see what happens here.
Junie's now he gets to check X-ray for free with this grapple beam.
Yeah, that's right. Well, and space jump.
Oops. Not the first time I've been wrong. Won't be the last.
Hey, we're in the club together. X-ray? Anything good at X-ray? No.
Open hand.
X-nay.
This is not the Chozo you're looking for.
Just some more blank filler. Beamer refreshing at the ship to do climb supers. But yeah, this is the last of the fringe checks out here in the open that Beamer's able to do. Okay, now Junie's gonna come over toward Brinstar also. Though, if it's not climb supers, oh, you had 230 missile. I forgot about that one. Excuse me. The power bomb pack. Okay.
All right.
So that's actually enough, depending on what Beamer wants to do, because you can spark out of Dragon and X-ray climb Precious Room. So like that is enough puzzle pieces, as we've been saying. Depending on how's Beamer's crab climb, what does Beamer want to do with Dragon? It's possible. But having 10 supers, I'm trying to think. Yeah, it could work out.
How about that? The power bomb packet. Every dentist's favorite check. Tooth hurty missiles. Silence in the chat is deserved. I know it was a bad joke. I'm a band director. I know bad jokes.
Yeah, it's kind of fun learning. I mean, in so many of the ROM hacks of Super Metroid, there are kind of like variations on the original game, and like the dentist item in like Z Factor or other ROM hacks like that. Just a room with a whole bunch of like spikes on top and bottom, where you're like, oh yeah, it looks like a mouth with sharp teeth. All right, so I guess we'll see what's the score here. Beamer does still have to go to Lower Norfair and do all that. Junie's already out, but still searching for the final piece
No,
of
he
this
has it.
puzzle.
He has X-ray.
Oh,
Junie's go mode.
Oh, he got X-ray. And yeah, you're right.
He got it from the back wave. Junie is go mode, so he is.
There we go.
Gonna take an energy refill and is gonna go fight a mad shrimp.
That's it. That's it. So while Beamer did find those puzzle pieces, there's too many other extra checks going on for it to turn the fortunes around.
I do say I love watching grappleless or space jumpless X-ray check, early X-ray checks.
Mm-hmm.
Just more, I love watching players execute it because it's such a skill intensive trick. It's a lot of just must execute everything correct in the correct order over and over again.
Yeah, it's one of those rooms where the timing is, kind of like all those suitless Lower Norfair trickery. Like it matters how fast you can do the tricks because your clock is ticking. And with the X-ray hallway, you got those waivers that really are dictating how fast you can do the trick. And if you just can't do it fast enough, the waivers will not behave. So you have to get to a certain sort of threshold of how fast can you do the movement for it to all pay off. So yeah, you're exactly right. There's definitely a level challenge on doing the X-ray hallway, and it's time honored, or what's the right way? Time bound. It's a little of both.
We're just going to say what it truly is, which is skill locked.
Yeah.
That's why I am incapable of doing it, because my skill in this game is, well, let's just say that the reserve tank trash can is kind of my Super Metroid existence.
Beamer going to LN? Is there more Bubble Mountain stuff that was not done? Or this is just the save? Okay. Yeah, bold play, definitely. Trying to make it a single suitless Meridia. But...
Well, I mean, what? 10 tanks plus reserves? That's not impossible.
I don't feel good about it.
I don't feel good about it. No, it feels like... it feels about as uncomfortable as a root canal, but, there are far worse things in the world. Granted, he does have one crystal flash. I mean, one crystal flash with 10 tanks. That's a lot of health. I know, Rusty. Rusty, I'm trying to stay positive.
Please do.
I'm trying to stay positive.
Yeah, the problem is, I think what Kai's getting at, the super situation in LN.
Chat says...
Because there are super doors.
Root canal is better than a crystal flash. With Lower Norfair on 10 supers. Oh, Lord.
Because the first crystal flash is going to go off shortly after the elevator here. And then you have to make it to Fireflea. Oh, popping the reserves. Yeah, I guess that works. Somebody who knows the numbers better than me can judge.
If he goes the GT route, he's going to pick up 3 E-tanks.
Yeah, maybe that's the play.
Does not.
Let's see what's in GT.
Well, we know there's 3 E-tanks in GT.
Mm-hmm. He's going to need all his supers, though, for the Crystal Flash. So if you can nail this on the first 2 tries and then drop a power bomb. Oh, speaking of having enough supers. Oh, okay. I mean that might work, but yeah, it's gonna be really tough. Make this all add up.
I never said anything was going to be easy.
I love the tenacity. This would be such a sweet Crystal Flash to nail. To get the green gate, drop a power bomb, farm up supers enough to Crystal Flash again, or Crystal Flash. It's all very tight.
All right, Junie electrifies a very sad shrimp. Gets the X-ray climb. And now we'll just, yep, got that door change. But now, Junie has to do something fun to get out of this. We don't have an easy way through Precious Rooms, so we have to X-ray climb.
Gets stuck in the wall. You'll notice that he bailed on that one. If you get stuck in the door and you're still crouching, that's not what you're looking for. Probably too high. So then getting standing up in the door is the correct stuck. Turning off morph ball so that you don't get stuck in morph while doing the X-ray climbing.
So for anyone that doesn't necessarily know what's happening here, what is the function, like what's happening here with X-ray climb? How is that happening?
Yeah, the one of the exploits in the game has to do with if you're stuck inside a block or inside a wall like this, and if you jump through a doorway in a certain way, then the game tries to catch you too far to the left, and you're inside the door as it closes. So you can be like stuck in the door, but when you turn around while crouching with the X-ray scope, then the game tries to do 2 things at once. And essentially what happens is you will be standing up, and you'll be a little bit higher up. So if you just keep doing that, stuck in the wall, turning around while simultaneously releasing X-ray scope, then you'll be gaining a little bit of height every time. And you can do this inside door caps like this example, or you can do it inside of like reforming blocks. Certain rooms can benefit from an X-ray climb out of reforming blocks.
And then we can do fun things like we just did. Oh, and Beamer got it.
Yeah, the Crystal Flash on the way.
Regardless of what happens, that's swag. And we know is going to get rewarded with an E-Tank down here, which is not necessarily the progression item he's looking for, but will make this suitless run easier. Get it? Easier. All right, I'm done here.
Gonna finish the fight and then pick up the E-Tank.
Oh, but taking these
hits.
hits.
But taking the bodies. Ouch.
You cannot do that here.
It's a lot of damage.
Especially for a very high hit point.
Okay.
Mini boss.
Bailed out.
I wonder if Beamer now, seeing that, might go for that front side E-Tank and just naturally go into the GT entrance this time.
I'm guessing that Beamer did not find what he was looking for and is gonna scout out the rest, but this was not what he was hoping for. More tanks? No, he wanted the suit. Or maybe he's looking for more puzzle pieces from Meridia. If
Where did we find Varia?
It was at Botwoon E-Tank, wasn't
That's
it?
right. It was Botwoon Hallway.
Yeah. Moving on to our worst room.
Meanwhile, Junie is going to grapple himself up into Redfish Room, which the last seed I watched, you had to tickle the red fish to finish.
That's right.
The meme run, that was a lot of fun.
I remember when Kai was really a front runner and doing like the objectives with the hard way to hell rules. I think that was last year. And he was like, "Hey, I did a meme run in hard way to hell settings, and it made me tickle the fish, but like the grapple beam was in the most circuitous place of all." And it's like, yeah, that'd be terrible.
Oh
You could,
no,
like, kill all the bosses.
Beamer sees the grapple, but takes the very unfortunate crumble down, and with that health and where he was, kind of had to call it and wrap around.
Yeah, well, this has all been a very valiant effort by Beamer, and really kind of showing us how you can push the limits of the one crystal flash.
Well, you know, maybe Beamer looked at the name as like, you know what, I'm just gonna meme the
I got the crystal
I'm gonna
flash.
meme the
I'm
meme.
going for it. Yeah, I know.
And Junie has now entered the long hallway and gonna drop down, and here we go. Junie is on his way to go see our friend Mother Brain. Beamer missed that. Trying to get that short charge to shine spark through this next room and save a ton of time.
Yeah, just the what's the word I'm looking for? This how many tricks you have to do in a row in Lower Norfair, you know? Got to do the lava dive, nail the crystal flash. You got to spark through the room, and then you're in the worst room in the game, and then the amphitheater. Like, there's so many bad rooms all consecutively. You just have to go trick after trick after trick. Of course, Super Metroid speedrunners know this, but when you have to deal with a weird loadout, and you know, maybe you have different ways of doing different rooms, you have to maybe improvise on the fly.
Oh, Beamer's took
Yeah,
3 hits from that pirate.
Not in the cards.
No, a lot of things have just not went Beamer's way.
Junie trying to jump over the Dusty Chozo there. Was not able to save Dusty.
But will he give us a low? He's going to go for baby skip, but if not, will he give us Lomian float?
Yeah, speaking of a lot of things that could happen in one room. He's skipping.
Playing a little jump rope with a Metroid. And gets through successfully. No baby grab.
Very good, very good.
After Junie, do you just because take the safety save, or you're like, no, I'm racing OK Beamer, I gotta go. Okay, and I got my answer.
I didn't say it quite early enough to sound prophetic, but yeah, this is.
I didn't figure
bad.
He was. I didn't figure he was, and, you know, especially like he's got ice, so we get that easy first Zebetite skip. We got ice to clear out the cookies. This is with this much E, this is a safe fight. Yeah, I know it was definitely a safe fight for Junie. This is well within his wheelhouse. He's done far worse. I watched this man execute. Well, I watched about an hour of this man execute Kojak RTA, but I couldn't keep watching because, good God.
Oh, Beamer. See.
Yeah, that's indicative of Beamer's seed. That's just how it's went for him today.
But yeah, just think about how many rooms in a row have to go your way without a bad misstep. And yeah, just touching the acid, it slows you down, it pulls you under, you're trying to jump out, and then you suddenly lost all that health. And then the time, because the acid's rising too, so... And the small misstep in Lower Norfair, really costly.
Well, I mean, I will say, watching him execute, or watching him get that crystal flash he got was kind of awesome.
Oh yeah, that was sweet too. Yeah, I like how he sets up the crystal flash as he's getting ready for the spark here. He's got his cozy spot in the doorway with that little kind of cool graphic of showing the door frame through the crystal flash.
Really?
I know, Kai. I was checking that this morning too because I wanted to see what country everybody's from. And, you know, that's one of the fields you could have on speedrun.com. So I was checking people's profile, yeah. Beamer being one of the runners, it's listed as being from Germany, I believe. And we've also
doesn't have an RBO. That's kind of...
No, it's not on that board.
All right, looks like Beamer's going to have a little bit easier time this time through.
Oh,
but takes a pirate hit. Takes a pirate dome hit. Ugh.
Cannonball.
Stupid pirate.
Well, this is relatively safe getting to this point, but it looks like this is the super farm. And this is the dreaded Lower Norfair super farm that some of us were talking about. I feel like it was a few weeks ago when just one of those garbage seeds that got rolled with questionable logic basically was requiring super farm for a crystal flash in this room, and doing it on those wall face guys is very low percent, and just the time loss is excruciating. So if that's truly what Beamer has in store, he's going to check the items that are nearby, but it's not going to be enough to feel like this was all worth it. Any tank?
But because we do have Junie right here, right now. Is now on escape. If you haven't, chat did just send those. Give these runners a follow. I know that someone followed Junie because we could hear the follow sign in the mix. But it's on escape. We got speed.
Yeah, Beamer's gonna cut his losses, leaving out the backside of Lower Norfair rather than trying to redo it all. Or, well, this is gonna be really tight though, getting out of this room. Okay, less than 100. Maybe it's not gonna add up. Oh, it's so close. Oh, so close.
Oh, that's gotta be super frustrating.
And going to the menu here, Beamer's gonna be able to use a different earlier save rather than being stuck at the lava dive and having to retrace his steps.
All right. GG's in the chat for Junie, who finished with an official race time GG of 1:33.58, and we did have Beamer forfeits in chat. Very unfortunate run for Beamer today, but just routing definitely was a thing. But we'll talk to these runners when they get a chance to hop in chat. But Rusty, what'd you think of this race?
Yeah, I mean, I love the little calculations between the two, like the little diversions in route, and you can see Beamer's process of sort of like trying to go a different way than Junie, and then there were times it paid off, there were times it didn't, but Junie finding the huge scores was so much.
Absolutely. Right now we're joined by Beamer in chat. Junie will be joining us in just a second. Beamer, GG. This was frustrating for you.
Yeah, man. That's what it looks like when you go for plays in Hardway to Hell and those don't work out. So, yeah, I had a rough time in this one.
Yeah, when you watch the VOD, you'll just kind of see where some of the routing turned out, how the routing turned out. Varia, by the way, was Batwoon E.
Batwoon E. Yeah,
Yes.
okay, I'm glad you say that, because I don't actually know how to get up Mount Everest with just Ice Beam. So
you'll watch Junie actually put on, like, watch Junie's climb through West Meridia.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It was a clinic.
All right.
Yeah, he did the ice with super climb up the walls to get up there and get to Batwoon. It was honestly impressive. So you'll be able to see that, and like it's impressive enough that he should turn that into a VOD instruction of, if you're going to do this, here's how you do it.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was obviously that's a huge difference of him being able to find that and being able to and as soon as he got it, he backed out. He's like, he noped out of that room and then went down to Lower Norfair and
yeah, nice. Then there was grapple in Lower Norfair, as I saw. Let me just the game is asking me if I want to try again. Let me press no on this. So
just get that yeah. And now we are joined by our race winner, Junie. Junie, GG.
Thank you. GG.
GG, Junie.
Oh,
yeah.
Spring ball was that Shack Tool.
How about
God.
I made
There
the
we
joke
go.
during the race. I made the joke during the race. I wonder if Spring Ball is just in its natural home. I wonder if it's hanging out with Shack Tool, and it is.
There it
Oh
is.
God. That's awful.
So Junie, the like a lot of things were definitely falling in place for you. You guys both, you'll see in your VODs, but you both took different early routes. Where Junie, you went and checked the mother brain missiles early.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
and
I sure did.
But what it did is it put you on the path where you got your power bombs so that you were able to do a lot of things without having to do things twice. Like you only went and checked ice once and were able to check both items. You went into, like, when you went to alpha power bombs, you only had to check that room once. You weren't going to have to go back because you had the power bombs when you got there.
Well,
There were a lot of
where did Beamer go? Beamer, did you go up first? Up Red Tower?
Nah, you couldn't really. I mean, you can do it for the one check, but it's stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm bad at early mother brain with speed booster, so I skipped that for now, for the time being.
Yeah. Well,
And
there's nothing there, and I just went back up.
Yeah,
was
I
basically
found
just a
that
waste
out
of time.
eventually. Yeah. So yeah, and I also skipped Spore Spawn. So when I went to all the checks that I can do without power bombs, that meant, okay, I have to do this now, and it worked out for me reasonably quick. It just took me like 5 minutes or something like that.
So are you saying that the reason that checking it early was good for me was because you ended up checking it much later and had to like do a special trip there?
I guess did
Yes.
you
Yes.
go for Spore Spawn?
No.
All right, so I had old Mother Brain and Spore Spawn in the back of my head when I went down and found the third E tank. So instead of doing those pretty rough hell runs that I needed a couple attempts for as well, I decided to go to do those checks first. Also checked front of Gauntlet with those 3 E-tanks, stuff like that.
Wow. Yeah, I never went back. Like I went
that was-
down and as soon as I had the 3 tanks, I just stayed down there.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That was
I
a-
didn't. Oh,
Sorry,
go
that
ahead.
was a big change. Is that Junie went for the Cathedral Hell Run, like first did it and to check the item and saw that you both saw that it was nothing, but then he did it God Bubble Mountain, so that got him to wave to get the power bombs much earlier in the seed. I think you got your power bombs at the 41-minute mark. Junie had his.
About right, yeah.
Yeah, Junie had his much earlier in the run.
Yeah, once I got to Bubble Mountain, it went kind of smoothly from there. Then I did all the backtracking stuff, and then instead of and wreck ship obviously, and instead of then going into Meridia, I decided to go for a lower Norfair play, because sometimes you get rewarded with one of those, but not today.
Yeah. So you went down there with no Varia?
Yep.
Ooh.
He did pull off a green gate glitch into farming into Crystal Flash. So that was impressive.
I mean Beamer is so good. Beamer is the favorite between both of us.
I don't think so. I think
we've done a lot of asyncs. We've never raced in a tournament setting like this, but like asyncs, Beamer wins like 9 out of 10 times. Like he's faster than me. I think we're fairly evenly matched, but
here's what I would say, Junie. I think in a lot of like normal-ish settings, Beamer's like speed execution, his movement probably wins out a little bit, but your ability to execute some of the stupid hard things that you've done way more of are where you kind of like come back up. So in this kind of hard way to hell tournament, it maybe gives you it makes up for some of that movement by putting you on definitely equal ground. And then because you were able to do that West Meridia crab climb, the ice crab climb to get up to Batu and Hallway, that was another huge difference.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it sounds like a lot of it
to do that.
You don't do the crab climb?
Nope. I somehow always get spring ball or grapple for West Meridia.
No.
So I think this was the first time I would have had to do this, but I didn't even come to that. So
he was
thanks
still
for
looking.
finishing early.
Gotcha. See, I thought that I was sunk when I came out of Lower Norfair and I still didn't have a way to get up Precious Room. I was like, oh no. I was like, if Beamer found a way up Precious Room, I'm sunk. So then I didn't know. I couldn't decide if I wanted to go up back into Meridia to look for a way up it, which I guess I would have found Spring Ball eventually. Or go back to Brinstar where there's more items to check, but it's also like across the map, you know. And
you did get grapple though, didn't you get that in your first pass through Ellen? Or what was
yeah. So I could get out of Dragon's Room, but I didn't have
you didn't have a precious
I didn't
escape.
have Spring Ball. Yeah, because I didn't do any Brinstar cleanup until after I was done with Lower Norfair.
Beamer got both ways out at that point, because at that point you needed either X-ray, Spring Ball, the third power bomb pack, or Beamer found like the last power bomb pack was at 230 missiles.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Beamer had the way out. Like I feel like within a minute or two of you finding X-ray Junie. So it was like, oh, he has it. Where's he gonna go? And went down instead of doing the crab climb. Now I know why, but
yeah.
Gotcha.
I was really hoping for a Varia in Lower Norfair. With all those E-tanks, I thought it was a good gamble.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking the same thing as I was picking up E-tanks. I was like, oh man, this is going to make us go into Lower Norfair to get that Varia.
How about the triple EGT?
Yeah. Left them all behind.
That's where they are. Yeah, of course.
I needed a little bit for that decision. I even started fighting GT, then that went badly, and I'll go the other way with a couple more tries.
And then one more in Lower Norfair at Hotaru B.
Yeah. Yeah, that meant I could full clear that loop of Lower Norfair. That was pretty cool. If
Yeah,
Spring
actually,
Ball would have been there. There was I would have been mad dying at the exit of Lower Norfair, but that okay, then it didn't matter anymore.
If you had went the front side route, I think you could have probably full cleared through, because you would have got the extra 3. You would have had the refill coming into that room.
Yeah.
You get the refill at the end of the fight, and then you get out and you get another refill before you hit the refill room, and then move on to go down to. I mean, it would. I mean, would it have been fast? No, but.
Yep. The quickest nothing available for me. This was a great tournament. I had a huge amount of fun. It was great. It's very fair. I get eliminated by Joonie in a Joonie seed. I don't think I could have finished this one at all. Like I would have gotten up Mount Everest eventually with a tutorial on the side. I can X-ray climb out of Dragon, but that could have gone wrong a couple of times. So yeah, this would have been maybe a 3 or 4 hour seat for me.
Well,
GG's.
Joonie, you need to just make a clip, take your clip of your VOD of you making that crab climb in West Meridia and put that up on some YouTube, because that was explain how you did it and just show this is what I did in a race.
Yeah, it doesn't usually go quite that well. I mean, I feel like I got lucky in this one, like both with the seed itself. It sounds like it was just a seed that kind of went in my favor, with like some of the dumb things that were in it.
I will always say that, of course, in randomizers, there's definitely some luck involved. Yeah. But like both of you, to get where you got, there's also a lot of skill involved to get as far as you did. So, you know, you can't get here on luck alone. You have to be able to execute a lot of things. And there's a lot of difficult things you showed execution for. There's a lot of things in Beamer's races leading this point. We saw some amazing execution. So, you know, both of you are obviously very skilled runners, and it was a pleasure. I'm really glad it worked out for me to be able to do this. Technically, I'm on the clock, but my computer's sitting next to me, but what we were working on ended in time for me to be able to do this. So I was like, all right,
this work. This is hard work commentating.
That's right.
It is.
I mean, I'm so glad I was able to cover this, because Rusty and I have been in I've been watching Joonie for over 4 years now, and now I'm so for me to be able to hop in these comms, it was great. But you know, I got to call that race Beamer with you and Nick Player, and that one was another race of insanity. But just watching both of you has been a pleasure. So.
Yeah, those last 2 races weren't a big amount of fun for me. I admit that. could have worked out better, everything about them, but hey, it's fine. I'm happy I got this far. Before the tournament I said I'll be happy if I can finish 2 seats, and I even won 2 seats. So
yeah, so this puts you. This means you're in the 5-6 position, and Joonie gets to wait and see the winner between the Ace Zero and the Adraxis fight, which might be happening live at SpeedGaming Live this weekend, so you know that could be a hope. We do have another race tomorrow morning that, you know, if you're so inclined to wake up, which you totally should, for between Fringo Fox and Nick Player tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. That'll be I got the alarm clock set to wake up for that one. And Beamer, I see you and I are going to be covering that one together.
Yeah, looking forward to that one. It's the Bigos Amigos upper bracket final. That's going to be a great one.
Excellent.
I mean, two excellent runners there, and they're just kind of like chilling before. They're also running the same one Crystal Flash setting, so we're going to see that hunt for, you know, getting through Precious, getting through those last 2 things. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Can I just rant about the setting for a second here?
Fire away.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
I hated this setting. So there are so many must-haves in this. Like you're hard set to find Varia. You have to find either 3 power bomb packs or ice beam, and then there was something else. Charge beam, of course, you have to find. So three items. No matter what happens, you gotta have them. So. Yeah.
So then high jump, definitely. I mean, that's usually required anyway, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
of course, everything for for
Pursuitless,
to this Meridia.
Yeah,
But, you
so
know,
turn on those.
High jump is usually kind of available. It's often chilling behind Ridley after you got a warrior suit somewhere. That works out well. But you know, those charge beams, those can be hidden so deep, or ice beams, like in the most insane places.
Yep, you better have your low percent skills turned on, your RBO skills turned on, your like all the stupid tricks got to be ready for. X-ray
Yeah,
climb, all the stupid things. But well, I guess Beamer, that's probably your last comments about it. Do you have any more last thoughts before we?
Yeah, I
wrap
don't want to
this one
go out on a rant. Thanks for the tournament, Colors and Rusty. I had a blast. This was great. I'll be back next year with strats to actually finish all the seeds. So looking forward to that.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, definitely been a pleasure having you in. Junie, do you have any last thoughts?
Yeah, I do. I want to say it's such an honor to race Beamer. Like, I have so much respect, and it's hard. Like, it's hard for me because I like winning, but I also don't really care about winning. So like, I would have been just as happy if Beamer had won. I actually kind of feel bad winning.
What? No.
No,
Dude.
but it's a good race, and I'm glad we got a chance to do this.
Yeah.
And I hope we get another chance again. And of course, thanks Rusty and Vincent for comms. Yeah, it's great.
All right. Well, before I hand this back to Rusty to take us out, I just want to say, if you haven't done what I like, if you haven't followed these runners, you should do it. I just followed Beamer a few minutes ago. You guys need to do the same. Follow Junie. Hop into either one of their chats. I know Junie's is entertaining, and Beamer's gonna, Beamer. We can see Beamer's skills, see the movement and things, so it's going to be a great time watching his stream. So give them a follow. Of course, you're welcome to. You should follow my co-commentator Rusty. Rusty does a lot of crazy, stupid things. I've seen him write
I'll take that as a
plandos during his
compliment.
streams. Like it is like some of the hard things I've seen you have to do, or like seeing you trying. Like I know that's why seeing that you were the organizer for this tournament made total sense to me. I'm definitely like, I love watching this game. I am definitely not even close to the skill level of the runners who dropped out of the first round even in this tournament. So something I hope to get better at someday. But watching you guys definitely it shows me that all of this is possible. So thank you for letting me do the comms in this tournament with you guys today. And Rusty, you want to take us out?
Sure. Yeah, thanks to SpeedGaming, of course. I know there's the SpeedGaming live going on, and for a few people to kind of think of us, make sure that it all still happens for those of us online. Thanks. And yeah, it's been pretty fun getting to the end of this tournament with the runners and the high stakes. So great race today, and till next time, we'll see you next mission.